Hi, I'm Stacy Jagger. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist and registered play therapist and the creator of Magic Mats, communication tools for connecting. I created these mats because I needed an efficient way to help parents and children to be able to connect. In working with families, I have found that there's 3 different kinds of conversations that parents have with their children. They will have an informational conversation, they will have a competitive conversation, or they will have a connecting one. And I really wanted these mats to be able to help parents and children to have more connecting conversations. So what many of us are doing when we think that we're listening is we're actually thinking about what we're going to say next, or we're trying to defend ourselves, or we're distracted in some way. And so this is really training ourselves to be able to listen well. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your mats out of the package and put them on the floor in a quiet place where you can have a connecting conversation with your kiddo. Whoever is on the flower, it is their job to open up and be honest and vulnerable. So you're going to blossom and open up. And the person on the bee, your only job is to listen with curiosity and simply be. Whoever's starting on the flower, you're going to stand in the middle where it says I feel. And the key is to use a feeling word. For example, I feel hopeful that the two of us are going to be able to spend more time together. And then the person on the bee would simply reflect back and say, what I'm hearing you say is that you're feeling hopeful that we're going to spend more time together. Is that right? And then the other person says, yes, that's right. And then the person standing on the bee will say, what else? And then what I recommend is for you to continue to talk about what you're feeling until you're done. The person on the flower should spend some time in each quadrant, while the person on the bee, listening with curiosity, should reflect back with a summary and then ask, what else? After each petal has been explained. So at any point during this conversation, you might have the person on the bee step where it says body language. And if they have a closed body language, then you might just ask, would you be willing to open your body language? Which just creates an environment where everybody feels like they're present and they're wanting to have the conversation with you. And if you find yourself kind of worked up and not able to engage well, you might just need a couple minutes to breathe. So what I recommend is you step off of the bee onto where it says time in. The person on the flower will step off of the flower into the corner as well, and you're just going to take a moment to breathe. If you're on the bee, you might step to where it says questions. And if you choose to stand on questions, that's just a clarifying time to be able to ask the person on the flower a simple question to invite more information about what you're needing to know so that you can hear them well. So when it's time to summarize, you're simply going to step on the summarize portion of the bee, and that's when you're going to talk about your takeaway, what you heard from the person on the flower that day, and you're simply going to recap so the person on the flower knows that you fully heard them. When the person on the flower is done, you're simply going to switch mats. So the person that has been listening, they are now going to open up and blossom. So what I have found is that these mats are not just for parents and children. It's really for anyone that wants a playful, connecting way to resolve conflict. Communication is priceless, and for less than the cost of a single therapy session, these mats will be a tool that you can use over and over again to learn how to have connecting conversations together.